Hey, what's going on everybody? It's Joel here with as many reviews as possible, and today we're going to go over my top CrossFit shoe picks for 2016. It is September now and pretty much all the shoe releases have come out for the year, so I'd like to go over some of the ones that I think are the best and what I think they're the best at. So this isn't going to be a normal just this is the best kind of list. This is going to be focused on what each CrossFit shoe is specifically better at than the next one is. All of these shoes are going to be very, very good for CrossFit in general, but there are some that fit certain needs a little bit better than others. So if you find yourself lacking in a certain area, you might want to actually go for that particular shoe. So the first category that we're going to go over is the best CrossFit shoe for running. Now, CrossFit shoes are notoriously bad running shoes, but some are a little bit better than others in this area. And the shoe that comes to mind is the Noble Surplus Trainer. This is a great CrossFit shoe for running and training purposes. The reason why it's a little bit better than the other CrossFit shoes for running is because of the shape of the outsole right here. Provides a more natural step when you run, and there is a little bit more cushioning in the Noble trainers than other CrossFit shoes. An honorable mention in this category is not even a CrossFit shoe, but it is the JJ Watt trainers. These are very, very good, stable lifting shoes, and they are very, very good running shoes as well. There's a lot of cushioning. They're not the most minimal shoes, but they are still very good and very usable for CrossFit purposes. Alright, so the next category that we're going to go over is the best CrossFit shoe for lifting. These shoes do a little bit better in this area. All CrossFit shoes are geared towards lifting, but these shoes are the ones that are probably the best in this area, and that is the Nike Metcon 2. The reason why the Nike Metcon 2s are so good in this area is because they are one of the most rigid CrossFit shoes. The platform is very wide and stable. There's flat edges or flat corners to the outsole, and it just makes the overall lifting experience very, very solid and very, very stable. The honorable mention in this area is going to be the Innovate f-lite 250. These are a very, very stable lifting shoe, and they actually have a raised heel, so if you have any kind of mobility issues and you don't like to switch in your lifters, the f-lite 250s are a very, very good choice for all around CrossFit lifting shoe. Alright guys, so the next category that we're going to tap into is the best minimalist shoe. All CrossFit shoes are basically minimalist shoes, but these shoes tend to be the most neutral of them all, and they have the most stable and flat platform. They are the Strike Movement Chill Pill Transits. These are one of the most understated shoes on the market for CrossFit. They don't even look like CrossFit shoes, but they are excellent performers. It's a 2.5 millimeter drop, so they're one of the most flat CrossFit shoes you can get. And they still offer a very, very solid lifting platform. The new redesigned outsole is excellent for traction, and it is excellent for power delivery. The honorable mention in this area is also one of my favorite CrossFit shoes, and that is the Reebok Speed Trs. These are basically a more minimalist, more flexible, more flat nano and narrow nano. So if you have yourself some narrow feet, the Speed Trs are an excellent choice. Now finally, the best CrossFit shoe of 2016. These are the all-around best in my opinion. They embody the spirit of CrossFit with general physical preparedness, and that is of course the Nano 6.0. Reebok did a lot of research, went back to the drawing board, fixed everything that was wrong with the Nano 5s, put everything that has been great into the Nano 6s from all the generations of Nanos, and you have yourself the most flexible, the most durable, the best looking Nano of them all. Now, like I said, there are other shoes that are better in certain categories, but this is all around the best CrossFit shoe. If you were to buy one CrossFit shoe of 2016, this is going to be the one. So there you have it, my favorite CrossFit shoes of 2016. These are all excellent performing shoes. You can't go wrong using any of these shoes, but there are some, if you needed help in a certain area, that you might want to gravitate towards. That being said, overall, I still think the Nano 6s are the best CrossFit shoes of 2016. We'll just have to wait and see what comes out at the end of the year, but I think pretty much everything has come out for the rest of the year. If you guys have any questions about any of these shoes, feel free to leave them in the comment section, and as always guys, thanks for watching.